Alright. Now, we are taking the last consonant, which is an approximate as well. What are the spelling patterns for this consonant? The first one is actually Y. Spelling Y. Okay? So, in such a word as yes. Okay? We'll have it there. We'll have yard. Okay? We'll have it yellow. Now, if you look at it, it's appearing largely initially because it definitely cannot appear at the end of the word. If it appears in the middle, it appears only through an insertion process. And so I'm going to look at, the spellings I'm going to look at now will be through the insertion process. That means this sound inserts itself somewhere within the spelling of the word. So we just call that insertion. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, insertion with spelling UE. If you look at this word, it is there at this point. Let me put the transcription. This one is Q. So you can see that it has inserted itself this C for the K, and then UE probably giving you long O, and somewhere there in the process, it produces the consonant comes in. So what you have is Q. Okay? So for that insertion spelling U, E, we also have due and all that. Then I want to be, it doesn't mean that anytime you have UE, then it is there. So there's an exception. In this word, for example, blue, it is not there. So you want to take note. It's not there in this word blue. That is the point I'm making. So it doesn't mean that once you have UE, then it is there. You also need to listen to it. That sharpness that comes in shows you that the sound is there. Q and Geo. But in blue, it's not blue, but blue. So you want to note that point. Now, what other one do we have? We also have spelling insert through the insertion we have spelling URE, such as in the word like manure, cure. You can stay there, but again, you won't have it in these ones. It's not in pressure, for example. It's not in pressure, so we'll cancel that. That's the point. I want to draw your attention to that. That even though you have it in manure, cure, it's not in pressure, even though it has URE. So take note of that. Then we can take another spelling now where it comes in letter U itself. You have it in music. You have it in use itself. You have it in abuse. Alright? But it doesn't mean that it's every you have it indefinitely. You must know. If you take, for example, cup, of course, if you take cup, you know it's not there. But I'm looking for a word with you as U where you don't have it. I think in a word like, yes, let's take Susan. It is not in Susan, even though it has spelling U. So you must take note of that point. You must take note of the fact. So it is the sharpness, that identification of the consonant that matters. So the spelling, although these spellings are there, it inserts itself inside, but not in every word with the spellings were given. So we take another spelling to where it can insert itself. We have EW. Yes, you can have it in a word like stew. You can see the sharpness. Stew. And then new. Okay, is there too. Fuel is there. Okay. Now, is it all of them? No. Now let's take blue. Blue, past tense of blow. It is not there. Blue. So you want to take note of that. Now, we'll see how other spellings to go where it comes in. We'll have EAU in the word beauty. Beauty. Okay? Beauty. Then you'll find it there. So these are, we still have IEW as in view is there. We can even see how we can have UI where to be as in nuisance. Nuisance. So we have beauty with EAU. It's in serve to serve to. Then we have view, IEW. We have nuisance, UR. Now, what I have said earlier is that it's not as if this UE, URE, UEW, and on are actually spellings for this consonant, but they are processes through which it inserts itself into the word. So you want to note that you hear a sharpness, you should be able, over time, it's so different. For example, if we take the one here, stew, we now talk about blue, you can see the difference, that there's something there in stew that is not in blue, which is the consonant we're talking about. So I'm sure you'll be able to identify it when you hear it in a word.